don't know how it happened. So I had a podcast before this that was just interview based called Curious. And I interviewed a bunch of people that I was interested by. And one of them happened to be Dennis Rodman. I don't know how we connected on Instagram, but all I remember is getting a DM from him with the alien face emoji. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, down to clown, Dennis. I wonder if our back and forth is still recorded. Oh, how good would that be, Meta? Come on.
Yeah, look, this is a classic. You got to separate the artist from the art. Dennis Rodman, what a legend. God.
By the way, I don't follow him anymore. He still follows me, and he only follows 154 people.
Follow him back. Follow him back.
Okay, I just did. You follow him. I just saw that. Here we go.
I do? I was just about to say, I need to go follow him. I follow him?
Oh, we have, dude. Oh my God. I don't know if look, we have huge correspondence, bro.
No, you have to share some of it.
Oh my God. He just, July 12, 2019. Here, look, here's the alien face.
What did you write to that?
Hey.
What'd you write?
Hey. Like, hey. I wrote, hi, Dennis Rodman. How are you? He wrote, I period want period you period on period my period podcast period thumbs up with the darkest skin tone.
So he sends you the alien. He wants you to come on his podcast. Did you go on his podcast?
So I write, I'll do yours if you do mine. I'd love to. Thanks for thinking of me. He writes, Ken period you period B period on period next period week period.
Do you know how hard it is to type like that? Why? It's like so inconvenient.
He question mark heart. I write, yes, where's the studio? It's at this time that his Dave with Dennis's team takes over, right? So now there's less punctuation. So I basically we decide that we're going to do 2 episodes. He's going to go first. I'll be on his, and then we're going to do mine. And I go, and it's kind of, and I don't expect Dennis to know of me. He was actually pretty nice, while fairly, just not. I think he got told like, hey, we have a guest and he has a good social media following. This will be good for the pod. And he was like, oh, okay. And so his pod was more like a little bit Jerry Springer-esque. So this couple comes on and Dennis and I are like the relationship experts. And she's like a very buxom beauty in kind of S&M type garb. And she's with her sort of wafy, soft, very beta adjacent husband. And they basically present a problem. They go, she says, I really want to feminize my husband and he refuses to. I really want him to start taking estrogen and slowly to sort of transition into just less male. And he refuses. So I want to let him know today that every night when I give him a foot rub, I've been doing it with estrogen cream.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah. and he's like, you have? And she's like, yeah, I've been using estrogen cream to rub your feet. And so I'm like aghast and I go, that's a crime. I was like, that's a crime.
Like, yeah, it is.
You're dosing him against his will with drugs. And she's like, no, it's not. And, Dennis is like, hold on, hear her out. It's like, all right, Dennis, whatever you say. So we had fun. And then he wound up doing my podcast. Mine came out. Not sure his ever did. But it was
probably because she implicated herself in a crime. That would be my guess. You were on to something, Josh. That is a full-blown crime. And while Dennis is just like a, don't cancel them before you have the silver bullet. It was there. The silver bullet was there, Josh. She was doomed. So I'm sure they just didn't air it because she would have gone to prison.
So once it was all said and done, I don't know how to describe it. I felt a little what's the word? I depleted.
Sure.
And I think also that Dennis had to come on my pod after he didn't know that he was going to have to do that, and he just did not have the energy. But he did it.
It's never a good trade, though. The trading and going second, the first podcast is always better. Get everything out first. I feel like we're always going second, Josh. The next time we do a swap, we're going first.
What would be, or anyway, I want to ask, but the final thing after I left that day, to his credit, he wrote, "Thank, period, you, period, for, period, coming, period, on, period, heart."
Great. That means he wants a relationship, Josh. He wants it. He's craving it.
I'll send the photo so Derek can clip it in. You should reach back out. You should reach back out. He'd be great.
You should see if, for the podcast or maybe just for, I don't know, a mentor for Max.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Why not? Just like have him come over the house, teach him, by the way, how to be a bruiser. I know Max likes basketball. He could teach him a couple of things. Dennis is one of the greatest rebounders of all time. People forget that because he is a little bit eccentric, right? But this is a 6-time world champion, Michael Jordan adjacent, supreme athlete. Supreme.
I've heard it said that I think Phil Jackson was on Rick Rubin's podcast, Tetragrammaton, which is one of my favorites. And he said when they had the opportunity to get Rodman, he went to Michael and Scotty and he was like, look, we have the opportunity. Obviously, he's known for having, a lot of personality too. And they were like, hold on. They're like, we can get him because when we have to play him, it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, please get him. And you're right. People forget, like, they said it was scary how well he could rebound. Like, it didn't make sense.
He was just like a different breed. So many players, and like this is like the problem with the league today. There are no role players. Everybody wants to be the star, and you find that like of the best teams, they seem to have still found like these guys that want to do their job great. They don't need to be the Michael Jordan of the team. Rodman knew his job. I'm never going to shoot today. I'm probably never going to pass today. I'm going to rebound like a maniac. Like you'll see some stat lines where he had no points, 5 assists, 25 rebounds. Because that was his job, playing defense, grabbing the ball, and giving it to Michael. And like a role player like that is completely indispensable. Not everybody can shoot. There's only one person shooting at a time. So like the best teams are comprised of guys that like want to benefit the team. And that was Rodman. God, I love him. Would love to have him on the podcast.
Denny Rods.
Rod.
I see that for us. Is he still with us, Dennis?
That's actually a great call. He could be dead. Is he?
I don't think so. He's probably working out the Middle East conflict.
Totally.
64, healthy.
God bless.
Thank God. Thank God.